Inglewood, California. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tyrod Taylor and the LA Chargers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. JoJo Natson now on the return. Pass midfield. JoJo Natson on the loose. And he will score.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The veteran Tyrod Taylor gets set to lead this Chargers offense as they take the field.
His athleticism in college was never in question. In fact, many NFL scouts thought he might be better suited to play receiver, but always believed in himself, always wanted to be a quarterback, and continues to prove his worth at that position in the NFL.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Oklahoma product Baker Mayfield trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play, picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
at their own.
Austin Ekeler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Yard line.
A fake to Ekeler. Now here's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Good
good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Play fake. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Joe Reed returning. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Rolling to his left. He'll run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Throwing up the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Now Natson. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Chubb eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And this offense is running away with this one. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he
He's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. And so far, their game plan, whatever it's been on this side of the football, working pretty well.
And I like where you went there, the game plan. You know that they spent all week watching tape, evaluating, putting together that game plan that they thought would be effective. But there's nothing like seeing it actually work on game day. What we're seeing here, wow, what a performance by them so far.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
42. Chargers, nothing.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Ty Long now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. It's a gain of 34.
The 45-yard line.
What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Mayfield now. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
4th down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 49 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And his kick is good. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Reed. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this, we can protect this, and make sure we keep the ball.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for him. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good.
kick is good.
They're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
52. Chargers, nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Take over first and 10.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mayfield to throw it. And open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Mayfield. Incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
That's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He's got Higgins over the middle and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Nick Chubb string together a solid first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Complete to Keenan Allen.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Draw play, it's Eckler, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. They'll roll him that right. He may try and run for this. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Taylor, he is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Ball carrier. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here is Eckler, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Taylor. And going deep for home. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Touchdown,
A
Cleveland.
10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns continue to roll. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Once more, here's Eckler.
Austin Eckler.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and 2, now Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Natson. Able to push his way through.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
The Browns take
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now running right through him. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 61 yards. And the Browns are pouring it on.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Reed. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the side and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Reed returning. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Chargers getting set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor, that's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Taylor throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Allen, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way.